So Shannon, what is the second trait of communication?
It's knowing when and how to use email, the internet, and other computer applications to communicate, when and how to use digital media, and when and how to use social media in the workplace.
So is it still considered communication when you're not talking?
It is, absolutely. And in this new world of work, we're communicating electronically now more than ever. Much of our communication is via email, internet, social media. And so what we're writing in our written messages are communicating powerful information to audiences.
Absolutely. Seems like it's really important to communicate clearly.
Clearly and concisely, yes.
Zachary, do you use email when you're at work?
Yes, with my summer job in sales, I did use email every day, as I feel like most of the workforce does. Meeting in person or on the phone is always preferred if possible, but for things such as follow-ups or order confirmations, email is definitely the way to go. For example, if a customer placed an order, I would email them with the order confirmations so they can visually see the details and make sure it's right and not chance them misunderstanding something on the phone. Email also leaves a trail to cover your back to show that you did your job in case there are problems arise in the future. And these emails, of course, should be professional, so there should be no text lingo or grammar mistakes like you might use in a personal email. They should be clear, concise, and professional.
Zachary, you make some great points. One being the advantage of using email communication given a certain situation. And in your example, gave you a written record of that communication, so it's helpful to you and the customer as well. I really think it's important too that those email communications are clear of any spelling or grammar mistakes, like you said, because that in itself communicates things to an audience if we make mistakes in our communication.
Absolutely, definitely doesn't seem very professional.
It doesn't.
But speaking about companies and online presence, it seems like a lot of companies not only using websites, they're also using Facebook, they're using Twitter. What are some ways that a company can make its online presence strong?
So many companies are using social media to develop a brand, a reputation. Now, the workforce is really looking at what is a company culture. And so they can use content, images, information with an audience to really help them understand what a company culture might be like, and also attract customers too. Some companies even have a whole social media team or a person dedicated to help manage their social media and that company's online presence. It's a really important skill.
Yeah, it's a good point. Social media is so impressionable these days, as I'm sure everyone knows. So it's creating more and more jobs to manage a company's social media. And I've been using social media for a while now, as I'm sure as most people my age have. I have Instagram, Facebook. So over the past couple of years, I've been developing skills that I didn't even realize I was developing that I could use for a future job maybe representing the company in social media through Facebook, Instagram. I already have those skills, so I'm already ahead of the game in that aspect a little bit.
That's a great point.
It is. It's really great to think of the skills you already have. And also, I think it's fantastic that you're also making yourself present so that the companies can find you too. Because isn't that correct? They can find new employees that way as well?
They can, yeah. Many companies are using social media and just our online presence to search for candidates for a position, as well as get a better idea of who they are, what's their personality like. So it is really important that whenever we're using social media for our own personal use, we keep the content professional, because a good rule of thumb is what's written electronically is written in pen and not pencil, and it can't be erased.
Everybody has a horror story or two about a big mistake they made in electronic communication. Maybe someone replied to an email when it should only have gone to one person, but it went to everyone. Or maybe the lack of communication and lack of punctuation in a tweet made it totally incomprehensible. Find a partner and exchange stories with them, and then brainstorm how you would have turned the bad communication into good communication.